Hey there, welcome to Press A to Chat. I'm your host, Raul. We will be having a co-host starting next week, but do look forward to that. Anyways, enough about that. We're doing another Pokemon Pixel Alert. Today we're doing Pokemon Pokedex entry number 028, Sandslash, or Sandpan in Japan, the mouse Pokemon. We're also doing Alolan Sandslash, who also shares the same Pokedex number. Normal Sandslash is the ground type. Alolan Sandslash is an Ice Steel type. The abilities for Sandslash are Sand Veil. Its hidden ability is Sand Rush. The ability for Alolan Sandslash is Snow Cloak. And its hidden ability is Slush Rush. It has a 50% male, 50% female gender ratio. Its catch rate is at 90, 11.8%. It's part of the Egg Field group. Its hatch time is from 5,140 to 5,396 steps. The height for Sandslash is 3 feet and 3 inches or 1 meter. Its weight is at 65 pounds or 25.5 kilograms. The height for Alolan Sandslash is at 3 feet 11 inches or 1.2 meters. The weight is at 121.3 pounds or 55 kilograms. The Pokedex entry numbers are number 28 for Kanto, number 49 for Kanto, number 49 for Johto, number 118 for Hoenn, number 114 for Unova, number 98 for the mountain region of Kalos, and number 252 for Alola. Its base experience yield from Gen 1 through 4 is 163. Its from Gen 5 onward is 158. Its weapon rate is that of a medium fast. Its EV yield is a total of 2 stats, and that both go into the fence. Its body style is that of a small bipedal animal. Its footprint is small medium size. Its base friendship is at 70. Sandslash Japanese Sandpan is a ground type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from the Sandshrew starting at level 22. In Alola, Sandslash has a regional variant that is Ice Steel. It evolves from Alolan Sandshrew when exposed to an ice stone. Sandslash is a bipedal, ground-dwelling Folidote. What is a Folidote? Oh, it's an anteater. Pangolins, or scaly anteaters, are mammals of the order Pholidota, from the Greek word horny scale. The Greek word, I don't know what it is, but it's it means horny scale. Okay, so that's what he is. It's a breed. It's a Pholidota. I guess includes things that might belong to the anteater family. Yeah, so there's that. Although Sandslash is usually bipedal, it can run on all fours. Most of its underside is light yellow with a white underbelly. It has a neuromuscle, almond-shaped blue eyes, and a thick tail. Its back is mostly covered in sharp brown quills formed from its tough, dry hide. It has 2 large claws on its paws and feet. These claws are its primary weapons and are used for slashing. They can also be used for burrowing. Its claws and spikes can both break off, and are shed regularly but grow back quickly. It can curl into a large ball to protect its white underbelly. In this position, it can roll to attack or escape and protect itself from heat stroke. Sandslash is also adept at climbing trees and is prone to ambush its enemies from above. Sandslash can mostly be found in deserts. In the Alola region, Sandslash has an icy blue hide and quills covered in ice. These quills stand taller than the regular Sandslash's quills and resemble icicles. This Pokemon uses its hide for camouflage in the snow. While leaving only its spines exposed, its forepaws are larger than its counterpart and its claws are longer, thinner, and hooked at the hips. Despite the weight of its ice-covered body, Alolan Sandslash is able to move swiftly by carving a path in the snow with its claws. This Pokemon tends to live in the deeper parts of snowy mountains, where climbing is forbidden. However, the sprays of snow it kicks up are popular shots for photographers. Okay, that's cool. We got another 11 minutes. No, it's biology. That's cool. We don't need to see that. 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 Trivia. Alright. Another Pokemon has the same type combination as Alolan Sandslash and its Alolan pre-evolution. In the Pokemon Red and Blue beta, Sandslash's original name was Sandstorm. Sandslash and its pre-evolution share the category with Rattata, Raticate, Pikachu, and Raichu. They are all known as the mouse Pokemon, though Rattata and Raticate have also been called the rat Pokemon. They all have at least one family member or a regional variant in Alola. Sandslash shares various physical traits with the pangolin. It also draws it from hedgehogs, porcupines, and echidnas, due to its coloration having spikes instead of scales. Both Sandshrew and Sandslash are mentioned to have poisonous claws, similar to how some species of the shrew are poisonous. Name origin. Sandslash is a combination of sand and slash, referring to its long claws. Sampan may be a combination of sand and pangolin. That makes sense. In Japan, he's known as Sandpan. In French, he is known as Sabledu. Spanish, Sandslash. In German, Sandamer. In Italian, Sandslash. In Korean, it's Koji. In Cantonese, he is known as Chun Sang Wong. In Mandarin Chinese, there's actually a difference. Xuan Shang Wang. King, so the Cantonese Chinese literal translation means king of going through mountains, and yeah, also for the Mandarin. Alright, that's cool. There's no more, there's other info. I just will read onto it because it's stuff. Oh, there's so much stuff to take up time. That's fine. I guess we can use this time to talk about other things. Just looking I got some notifications, so that's not important. So we're working on Alolan Sandslash. Now I have a debate between using. I add dark blue into the mix because I was having some issues with the coloring things. Because it's on some point I use blue concrete because there's a certain shade inside in its coloring scheme for Alolan Sandslash that I just couldn't get because it was a lighter blue but darker than light blue. So it was hard because there was nothing that actually matches that specific color. So I had to find something, so my compromise was just to use the blue. My other instinct was also just to just use the cyan concrete, but I was like, no, that is clearly a different shade of blue or cyan, but there's no other shades. And what I was looking for, just nothing matched it, so we're gonna go with the blue, but that's not at this point yet. Like I said, I add the audio post recording just because it's easier and because that way I can edit it out, because this took me like 30 minutes to do. And it's like I was saying yesterday, I could add the Alolan Sandslash added more detail, which added more color, which made me take longer, although I don't think it's bigger than the normal Sandslash. The problem is when you have a Pokemon that has more than one color in it, because like the earlier forms, just like some of them, their scheme is only like 2 colors. Sometimes like Sandslash, which its color is brown, and it has some like beige, and then some like white underbelly, and then its claws are white. It's difficult to do that. And more so with the Alolan Sandslash, because he has like so many shades of blue in him. Just to get that ice going, it's like really complicated, so I need to find the right Sorry about that for that moment of silence. It's like always like forget to make sure the controller doesn't auto off on me. I need to turn that feature off. Well, it's very useful, but not when I'm recording, and then the thing just auto offs. That makes it annoying. Anyways, back to what I was saying. How about taking into account color schemes and whatnot. I'm gonna have problems with some Pokemon that have like colors that Minecraft just can't reproduce, and then I have to use odd colors that may not match the Pokemon itself, but I have to. And no, I was considering of doing their shiny variants, but that would take forever if I also add every possible variant. Kind of like female Pichus have like spikes on one of their ears. If I do all the variants of every version of the Pokemon, it'd be so much. Because also have to take into account the shiny versions, differences between male and female, kind of like female Bulbas, like all Bulbasaurs actually have different shapes in their forehead. So no two Bulbasaurs are the same. So I also need to take into account that. But I was like, no, we'll just do one version. I know there are distinct differences between male and female, but some of the Pokemon is just like their size are bigger. That's the only main difference. And then there's like cases like Nidoran female and Nidoran male. They're technically two separate Pokemon. But because of their naming conventions, and since their evolutionary line diverges in being Nido King and Nido Queen, makes it not harder, but kind of easier. That's the only case in where there's actually just very large distinct differences in between the male and female counterpart. In most cases, it's just like this one has a different shaped the difference is like a male female. Like in the Bulbasaur's case, it's like, oh, this one has a different shape in his forehead, and I was like, I'm not doing those different specific differences. So yeah, I pretty much didn't explain. I didn't explain a lot of things. It's just a lot of me saying the same stuff over and over again just now. But I already discussed about this yesterday. The whole color scheme. Sometimes I'm not gonna find the right color because of how the blocks that Minecraft has won't allow me to make it work. And then I guess I could have used glass, but because it's glass, you can see through it, and under the white it would have seeped through. Although I probably could have used a combination of the light blue glass with maybe the white wool, because maybe that would have given me the color I would have wanted. I mean, there's so many things I need to try out and to match the specific color. Sometimes you just can't do. But I guess in the future I will try that, and like maybe if I do a combination of this block with the glass, maybe all the color I want will come out better. But I didn't consider it at that point. But I should probably consider that more. But at the end of the day, there's only the blocks Minecraft gives me, and if they're just not the color I want, there's nothing I can do about it in the end. But I will try my best to match the color schemes as best as that I can. And sometimes, I mean, some of these pixel arts, I don't even make them myself. I just look them up on the internet. If someone has already gone through the hassle of doing this stuff, I'm not gonna make my life harder. At the end of the day, they make the pixel arts, but then I have to choose the blocks I'm gonna use, because the blocks aren't some of the pixel arts, they're not making them in mind with Minecraft blocks. They're just making it in mind with the actual color scheme of the Pokemon, and sometimes that's annoying. But I guess in the end, that's the fun part of me deciding what color to use. And sorry that my nose is so stuffy. I don't know why. I have a cold and it's been bothering me. That's why I've been blowing my nose. I do apologize for that in advance. Anyways, social links down below. I hope you do consider subscribing if you enjoyed what you've seen thus far. I hope you do consider being a part of that notification squad. Also, hope you leave a like and all that jazz, and do comment below. I will do my best to reply to your comments. Anyways, it's about that time. I will bid you all a farewell. Thank you for joining me in Pressing the Chat Season 3, Episode 10. Anyways, I'm just making sure the time matches. And I'm running out of things to say, but it's almost fully synced. The audio is fully synced with the time. Anyways, goodbye.